The next learning objective is to use CVP analysis to perform sensitivity analysis. Managers often want to predict how changes in sales price, costs, or volume affect their profits. Managers can use CVP relationships to conduct sensitivity analysis. Sensitivity analysis is a what-if technique that estimates profit or loss results if sales price, costs, volume, or underlying assumptions change. Sensitivity analysis allows managers to see how various business strategies will affect how much profit the company will make, and thus empowers managers with better information for decision making. So let's do some examples. I'll first show you how changes in sales price affects the break-even point. In the previous scenario, we use the given data in the upper left corner of the screen. But this time, managers want to know what is the break-even point if they lower the price to $475 per tablet due to increased competition. We'll assume the variable costs remain at $400 per tablet and the fixed costs stay at $12,000. Just as a reminder, when we assumed a $500 sales price per tablet, the break-even point was 120 units. We'll call this the original break-even point. So Ted's tablets had to sell 120 tablets to break even if the sales price of the tablet was $500 per tablet. But what happens if we lower the tablet price to $475 per tablet? Let's find out. So we can use any of the three target profit methods. So let's choose the easiest, the contribution margin method, which is a shortcut method. So here's the same formula, just in a bigger font so it's easier to see. So all we have to do is plug in our data. First, we need fixed costs of $12,000. And since we're trying to calculate the break-even point, target profit is 0. Then we divide by contribution margin per unit, which is the new $475 sales price per tablet, minus the $400 cost to make each tablet. That gives us $12,000 divided by $75 per unit, which results in a break-even point of 160 units. So this is our new break-even point, assuming a $475 tablet price. So we would tell management that lowering the tablet price from $500 per tablet to $475 per tablet increases the break-even point from 120 units to 160 units. Now we'll find out how changes in variable costs change the break-even point. We'll go back to the original sales price of $500 per tablet. But we'll assume it now costs Ted $420 to make each tablet instead of $400 per tablet. Perhaps the supplier of the battery raised the battery price by 20 bucks. And Ted cannot increase the price of the tablet due to increased competition. And we'll assume fixed costs stays the same at $12,000. Ted wants to know what the new break-even point is. Keep in mind the original break-even point was 120 units, and we'll continue to use the shortcut method. So as we plug in the numbers, the top part is still the same, $12,000 of fixed costs, plus a target profit of 0 since we're trying to find the break-even point. Now the denominator becomes the $500 sales price per tablet minus the $420 cost to make each tablet. That gives us $12,000 divided by $80 per unit, which results in a break-even point of 150 units. So this is our new break-even point, assuming the new $420 cost per tablet. So we would tell management that the new $420 cost per tablet increases the break-even point from 120 units to 150 units. Lastly, I'll show you how changes in fixed costs can affect break-even. We'll assume the original $500 sales price per tablet and the original $400 cost per tablet. But the company now wants to increase advertising by $5,000. So now fixed costs have increased from $12,000 to $17,000. Still using the shortcut method, the numerator now becomes the new $17,000 of fixed costs, plus a target profit of 0, since we're trying to calculate the break-even point. And the denominator is the original $500 sales price per tablet, minus the $400 cost to make the tablet. That gives us $17,000 divided by $100 per unit, which results in a break-even point of 170 units. So this is our new break-even point, assuming fixed costs of $17,000. So the break-even point increased from the original 120 units to 170 units.